Welcome to Pan-Demic Cooking. I'm Chef Bob here at the Vintage Room, and tonight I'm going to prepare one of my crowd favorites, which is my oven fried chicken. I'm also going to be preparing a full meal with mashed potatoes and fried sautéed spinach. This is a request that came in from Sydney. She loves this dish and she asked that we do it, so I'm going to do it for her. It's real simple. Taking a good sized roasting pan, and the key to this is I use a vegetable oil in the bottom, about 1/8 of an inch, no more than 1/4 of an inch. You don't want it to get greasy. And I'm using a store-bought coating mix called oven fry. And this one's for chicken. They make it for pork. It's fabulous for pork. I also do fried eggplant. You can fry vegetables, oven fry this. But this one is one that I've had success with for a really long time. After you get it poured out, you simply take the box and throw it away. This is where I jazz it up. This is where it becomes my recipe. The oil is not on the box. They recommend a spray, which is fine. It's healthier. But this is a little crispier, and that's what we like. I'm going to add a little bit of the breadcrumbs, or seasoned breadcrumbs. Here at the Vintage Room, we love cheese. Put cheese in just about everything. Parmesan cheese. You just toss it on top there with your fingers, which are clean. Just work it in, get it all nice and mixed up. I love to cook chicken when there's a bone involved. The V goes away from you on that third joint. You cut it right down through the joint. It comes right off. You pick the wing up. The knife simply goes through. You lay it flat. And the fat and the skin come right off. So what you're left with is a great clean wing. In this case, because I'm only using 8 wings, I won't save this. But in a lot of times, this wingtip is full of really great flavor. Stock it down, make it into a great stock. It thickens up extremely well. A ton of flavor in those wingtips. The other piece of chicken that I'm going to use is a chicken leg. A lot of times people don't like the fat or like the skin on their chicken leg. Real simple technique. Take a paper towel or a napkin, a disposable napkin, put it on the piece of skin. That way you can grip it and pull it right off the backside, the joint of the cut on the leg. It's an old trick. Everybody's grandmother knew how to do this. My pan's oiled. I'm going to do the wings first. What I have here is just 3 eggs that I've scrambled, mixed up in a bowl. We're going to use what we call an egg wash on this. No milk, nothing else. And it simply goes right into this great batter. Now you can also use duck, turkey. It all fries up. When I say fries up, but it's an oven fry. You don't have that grease like you do in a deep fryer. I think the chicken wings are everybody's favorite. They seem to go first. And this is a dish that you always want to cook, honestly, more than you need. It is even better the next day, cold, or a snack at midnight. It never gets thrown out. You don't have to worry about getting them close together, as I'm getting a little bit of them getting jammed up in there, maybe a little bit, but you don't have to worry about that. When I do this dish, I don't like to do it in a coated Teflon pan or a Teflon pan. The reason why is those pans are so good, they don't allow anything to stick. I want stuff to stick in this. I want some residue because we're going to use that when I make my spinach. What I'm going to do now is put our chicken into the oven, again at 400 degrees. About middle rack is fine. The middle rack Works great. I'm going to check it after about 25 minutes. I'm going to flip it, put it back in, 400 degrees, turn the convection on, and let it cook for another 25 minutes. Welcome back. Any potato works great. Tonight I used red skins. I simply cubed them down. But a little something different that I do when I'm cooking or doing mashed potatoes is I just don't do it in water. I either do it in a beef stock if I'm serving beef. I do it in a chicken stock if I'm serving fish and game. If you don't have stock, bouillon cubes, this is a chicken bouillon cubes, they work great. It's already cooked down about 12 minutes, but then I let it sit for about 5 minutes so it sucks some of that flavor back into the potato from the stock. Now this is where it kind of sets itself apart from just normal mashed potatoes. The traditional way is when you're mashing, you want to put milk in, you want to put your butter or margarine in. But what happens is if you're putting cold milk into potatoes or you're putting cold butter into potatoes, it has a tendency to lock up that starch in the potato. So you get a little grainy taste. So what I've done is taken half and half and butter, melted it down. It doesn't have to come to any type of boil, but just melt it down a little bit, and we're going to put that into our mash. That way it doesn't lock up that starch and you get that ricey type texture to your mashed potatoes. Now I jazz these up with, I love to use granulated garlic in this. I have a little bit of green onion and a little bit of chive, and we're just going to pour that all right into that mix. Pepper it. Want to add a little bit of salt. And as I said before, here at the Vintage Room, we love our cheese. So sprinkle a little bit. Now this is a Romano Parmesan and shredded cheddar. Once I get that in, potato mash. Use a blender. You can use a mixer if you like those fluffy potatoes that you remember. It's all good. You all come to the same conclusion. It's just a great side dish. If the kids aren't eating their vegetables, you can hide it inside mashed potatoes. You'd be surprised. And the colors to this mashed potato, it's very appetizing. It's very pretty. Of all the potatoes, just a standard white potato. Then the red skins, I did the red skins because that's what I had on hand. Or you can use the Yukon Gold. The problem with the Yukon Gold or the American Gold is once you mash it, it kind of has a funny color to it. It's not white because it's gold. Perfect, just perfect. A little drink of wine. And our chicken is done. I don't know if you can hear that. It definitely sounds like it came out of a deep fryer. Now, what you're looking at is that great sugar came out of the fats, and that's what we want, these great pieces for our next dish. Take a little bit of the Chardonnay. We're going to work it around in there and dislodge all those little pieces, because that's what we want. Don't worry about the alcohol that you just poured in there in the wine. Alcohol evaporates around 135 degrees. This is well over 135 degrees. So I got this great mixture of the wine, the drippings from the chicken. I'm going to throw a little bit of onion, course, garlic. If you don't like it, you don't have to use it. The aroma, I don't even want to turn on the exhaust fan, it's so good. I'm simply going to take the spinach and put it right into the pan. Are you frying it? Are you sauteing it? It's more of a saute. You know what? We're just going to use the whole batch. Get that all coated up. Now this will cook extremely quick. You really don't want to overcook the spinach. Everybody that I have served this to just loves it. But it's a little different. I always hit it with just a little bit of extra virgin Italian olive oil. And you kind of add that extra zing to it. It kind of sets it apart. I use a raspberry cherry balsamic vinegar. Kind of sounds strange, but the results are fabulous. All we're doing is just moving this around so it sweats itself down. Now I know it looked like a lot of spinach when I first took it out of the refrigerator, and I know it looked like a full pan, but look at that. We're not even done cooking and I'm already under a half a pan. So if you think you're using too much spinach, you're probably not. Believe it or not, we're going to add a little cheese. In most dishes, cheese just makes it better. So what I'm going to do is plate up a dish and have our potatoes with all that cheese in there. Over here to our fried chicken. Come back to our spinach. And that goes right there. And that is my jazzed up fried chicken, oven fried chicken, with just a bunch of stuff in the mashed potatoes that I guarantee everybody will like. And a spinach that's a little bit different. Matches up great with this wine. It's dry enough to complement the chicken. Until next time, enjoy, drink wine, let's all be safe. Thanks.